Services.com. Our 24 media services. Your wahoma wada.
Girl, you the hustle be like say you know they got chance. Area the chain out in different umbrella.
Work. You see me heavy work.
Hey, Nancy, umema sema sorry. Usi pasua asata ya shenikubu. So ujina suweni.
Nasa uzowoji.
Matinka na abete. Give us power capsules sada romenti. Matinka na etiko ya nasi beja.
Oh, give us power capsules. Usisi na yao ya. White, mono, syphilis, dementia. Stamina na uni. Sa wumi minibia. Ubewa jume free. No siya kopimo siya. No spell count. Unine tukanta amoba pai. Kani inami jonsa mebresa. Enam give us power capsules unti. Sise me maswa na besineko. Koko didi mini pedemu afifiri mi bebia. Amamai na jima boso. Debia na miyama tim. Nenam give us cold capsules unti. Manyami fa hudye. Ema muko afikira munya muwatwe ye. Ana wa wanita aya ohine. Pompo na abobo. Give us cold capsules ye. Blood purifier. Sunkwa. Abadwaso. Give us cold capsules. Nyama oba woma mofo anaso wafefro. Ana kwala woni mfie dumienu. Give us cold capsules. Give us power capsules. And I'm give us scientific herbal clinic for also na buy. And now
www.aqu24mediaservices.com and www.aqu24radio.com and Fre Ahumatrufoi 00447951832691.
Give us Ruben Jinasoma.
Work. You see me.
Ephemerian Mission, the Church for Spiritual Empowerment, welcomes you into the hour of awakening and empowerment with Brother Dr. Ishmael Tete. Be open and discover the radical truths that will set you free this and every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Ghanaian time or 19 hours GMT. Awaken the spiritual giant in you and gain the ability to handle your life and succeed in your life goals. Join the interactive hour of awakening and empowerment with Brother Dr. Ishmael Tete for spiritual lessons to unleash your innate potentials. You will have the opportunity to ask questions which will help you grow spiritually. Remember, this program comes up every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Ghanaian time or 19 hours GMT right here on Aqu24 Radio. Make a date with us.
The Intraman Association UK Etun sa Fred in Tradishia e wo UK hanyina se Momeka yen ho na yemfa nkabom ene kroye ento to adwene emfa mmoa ye mind ntra Yeshia busumi biara ni kwesi ada etosu mienu e wo Wickway Community Center St George's Way London SE15 6PL e free no nsia kopem no wotwe mrenu mu Friend yen wo 079 041 43168 Bra na dencha mayin puntu ohu hia Pentemprem Minnesono Adewu dencha kwaye kese a Minnesono
What event are you organizing? Is it a birthday party, christening, funeral, wedding, and many more? Fall on Aqu24 Media Services for your DJ and music that will keep you on your feet. Master of ceremonies who will captivate your guests. Photos and videos that will hold your cherished memories, as well as catering services that will provide mouth-watering food. Turn to Aqu24 Media Services. We make the most important part of your events come with less worry and excellent professionalism. For bookings, please contact 0795 183 2691 or 0790 414-3168. Alternatively, visit our website www.aquantuformediaservices.com. Aquantufor Media Services, there to serve.
Forget to gala, do when you want the physical. Sometimes, forget to gala. Yo, We'll be
right back after the news.
Yamobi Fisher pasa mama kwa badeba 24 radio so biem. Ebre do sense me koso memo say dia bobo no ayato ne din trending news and enwumre yi sin konwa ne edibi somo. Enen sema eba no de di makotene ebi ene se. Nana adodan kwa kufu ado Ghana mampani enuada one Ghana for di nhyiemu etoso makomakon aduonu baako 21 COVID-19 address etime eba so na eno ena ozade ato edwase. Said enoma esi ekono Ghana yesawo bosome miensa ID enim say better light more free sanso ena yebebu ensuon so free,
which included the absorption of electricity and water bills. This relief package ended in December. However, with the continuing difficulties occasioned by the pandemic, I want to state the government intends to continue to support the most vulnerable in our society. Government will thus continue to pay the electricity bills for our nation's 1 million active lifeline customers for the next 3 months.
Sa enso ena nana dodanko ekufado akana no beye se mienu ana miensa na esade ne si akonya so ni mpre no eso ebiem na eno ena Ghana ye na policy for Wamoda no de abetu dwase ehihye mapa na omo ede agu ekwam efa nanado danko ekufuado ne vice also and speaker of parliament womo yichira yebeyi womo achiro oman ni mpre no so ebiem
killed and patrolled by security personnel. Crash barriers will also be mounted at certain areas to cordon off and control movements to ease burnings. The security personnel directing movements. If you are not an invitation card bearing person or you are not accredited to come close to these places, please stay away from these places on the 6th and on the 7th of
Mami okasa de ma posi jumedie o mema say Mrs. Backman ena yete nkan yebeba sa ensem no eso Johnson esiedu nketia ye General Secretary de ma NDC amayekuno no wono so akasa de ato edwa se aposifo eni ho kwan se obi eye no protest and demonstration womo ede sobo etoso ma emaso
omuka ho eni miramu because o my mrano constitution no amobia by say the right to demonstrate no and yet right here in a lineable right here we are doing your home now your constitution no crime but anyway says that we get demonstration according permission from police it did done it they all the check for process woman here na woman
Wananado danko ekufado nkasa etoso eduonu baako no eno ena opani kwankyerefo a woda Ghana ya pomden ensem eso yewra Patrick Kumabwaje enso de atudwase Ghana Health Service womo ebeboa ede no magu akwemu ahwese COVID-19 no nyame ya adom na fiada ebe na otwe January 15 ye bie school a sene be ya COVID-19 intime entretre ewo omemu hasei
make the place safer as the school reopen. Importantly, the reopening of schools, adding the masks, institutionalization of wash facilities, and I must say that that is something that we must really take it very seriously. Institutionalization of water and sanitation facilities. We provide them Veronica buckets. Because of the increased hygiene, because of the COVID in the last year, as has been mentioned, last year Ghana did not record any case of cholera. We also had a significant reduction in all diarrheal diseases, and about under 5 children who have diarrhea reduced by almost a 10%.
Yeah, Patrick Kumabwaje nsem we ni afufuro pi na enwumre yesin konwa ewo Aquantufor radio so ayede ensem no eba besomo ye be court ni akwa akohwe hohoi ensem no so de ewom ewo eho Aquantufor radio woti enka ewo modernghana.com Zeno radio sanso na tune in YouTube Aquantufor TV sanso na Facebook Aquantufor radio/tv medene de edwedon ko papa smiley ene ne dom ena ekeka no mesie ni se ne be ya obeti enka ewo miaya amabobo so no emu afei yɛnte brɛni mfa ensɛm no mo enkyeremu emamo COVID-19 afie twemu no ne bosom ye tosom yensa na Ghana ye hyase a ye recordo ebie eno enti abremu na nadodanko ekufu ado Ghana mampani oba ebegina simpie so de enhyehyɛ a wode egu akwemu ebeto Ghana fo nyina anim ekasa kyerɛ se ne be ye bedi sa nhyehyɛ no so na yare ntimi tretre owo omam ha sei na ne nkasa yemu no na ebre toso maako eduonu baako wade ato edwa se sene March COVID-19 no eye Ghana yen schools ahodo ye tumu no sei na esitie one Ghana Education Service sanso na Ministry of Education omo nyina womo akọ atenase na atenase omo ekoye no womo agye atum se Bronyachi bosomia edikan ne da etoso edu enum 15th of January 2021 ehyehyɛ Ghana ban na nadodanko ekufuado waye enese sei die sa efiada ebeyi ne na ochwe pepepe Ghana ye bie school ama school nkwara free kindergarten akopem JHS 15th of January ye bie school na tumsanso na omo ewo entwaso school ma ye kan senior high school no womo enso ebe ko school yame eya adoma bosumi ne da etoso edu enwotwe eye na ochwemienu sene 18th of January 2021 womo so ebeko akwa womo enwomesua eso womo enso a womo ewo university mo enso womo enso beko school nyame ya adoma memenda edikan memenda ebei eye 9th January womo so ebeko akotoa womo enwoma esua eso na nadodanko ekufuado de ato edwa se enya de so obema kwan anahyehyɛ ya ode egu akwemu no ekire se school fo yi omo ebetimi aye games anase competition bia na emom asori ye de sene protocols a egu akwemu ekoso ewo ensori ahodo mu enti eno ebetimi akoso afin so emretentena na yede eku school no enya de se sa emretentena na no yebetimi ede akoso ebiem ebete so kakra na sei na nadodanko ekufuado eka ne nsem.
The seniors in SHS2 and SHS3 will, however, return to school from 18th January. I must stress that SHS3 students in all schools, like SHS1 students, will no longer run the double-track system. The expansion of infrastructure at the various senior high schools over the last 3 years has brought us to this favorable situation. However, the double-track system will still be applicable to SHS2 students in schools that are employing it. Students in universities and other tertiary institutions are to be in school from Saturday. Prior to their return to school, government through the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service will ensure that all institutions, public and private, are fumigated and disinfected. Schools and institutions with their own hospitals and clinics will be equipped with the necessary personal protective equipment and have isolation centers to deal with any positive cases. All other schools and institutions without their own clinics and hospitals have been mapped to health facilities. There will be, for now, no mass gatherings and no sporting activities. However, religious activities for students at school under the new protocols will be permitted. Social distancing and the wearing of face masks must become the norm in our schools. The requisite provisions have been made to ensure that students at all levels of the education ladder receive the minimum number of contact hours upon their return to school. To facilitate the safety of students, government through the Ministry of Education will provide face masks, Veronica buckets, hand sanitizers, liquid soap, rolls of tissue paper, and thermometer guns for the safe reopening of the schools. The Ministry of Information, the Ministry of Education, the Ghana Health Service, and the Ghana Education Service will from Monday, 4th January, commence a series of sensitization campaigns to help prepare, inform, and educate guardians, students, and the public and further modalities associated with the reopenings. I want to use this address to assure all parents and guardians the government is determined to protect the lives of all students, teachers, and non-teaching staff who will be returning to school from tomorrow. It bears repeating that every one of them must adhere strictly to the protocols to protect themselves and others.
Ghana Mampeni, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ena yete nenkano na nenkasa yemu ena wade atu edwase wo hwe international travelers anase yebie etu mu se plane betimi every emiaye ahodo aba omam ha sei no na oye enhyehyɛ ema test ahodo ekɔ eso na ino nso kire mu se nya de se wo mo eje mu test no bekoso akoso na afi enhyehyɛ omo ebeye se ne beya COVID-19 no nso intimi nane ana entretre wo mema sei no wo mo atumi aye.
A total of 712 positive cases out of 118,278 tests conducted have been recorded among international arrivals at the Kotoka International Airport. Indeed, the month of December alone recorded 387 cases. The positivity rate among international arrivals rose from 0.26% in September to 0.93% in December. These developments call for strengthening of the existing protocols to prevent the spread of the disease in Ghana in light of the new variant of the virus. Therefore, the following measures will be implemented in addition to existing guidelines on international travel for COVID-19 in Ghana. 1. All arriving passengers who test positive COVID-19, asymptomatic or not, will undergo mandatory isolation and treatment at a designated health facility or isolation center. The isolation will be for a period of 7 days at the cost of government. However, the final discharge of cases will be based on existing case management guidelines and protocols. 2. All passengers who are in isolation will undergo a repeat COVID-19 test within 24 hours of arrival, with a cost also borne by government. This test will also include genomic sequencing for COVID-19. And 3, all passengers who test negative for COVID-19 will be required to adhere continuously to COVID-19 safety protocols and will receive regular information on COVID-19 within 5 days of arrival in Ghana. I want to assure all Ghanaians that the testing regime in place at Kotoka is among the strictest in the world.
Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Ghana Mampeni ne yete nkano na owie no de to dwa se enya de se ensuo sanso ena enkane a efri abosumi enum no afi etwa mu no eba na ode ma Ghana fo se ne be ya ye ho be han yen na ye nsa hohoro ene enoma ye no yetimi aye no enti osade bosumi miensa aka ho se nsa na light mu ekwa a yentua teku ana asempoa sanso ena ensuo nso wode epi yenso ebiem ne no ena o kyerem se bosomi miensa no eba wie a omo ebesa aye nsachraye ewo mu eno ento nchen so ode ato Ghana fo nyina enim se COVID-19 no yenya entu ase na enya entu ase ne sene Ghana yetimi ekonkoden no yemo ye ho emoden eye pa sene ebeya yebetimi edi yare no so sene Ghana ebibre ma se ye oman edikan yetimi enya afa ahodie ewo ahase no sanso ene betimi aye oman yebetimi edikan yare COVID-19 yebetimi edi no so nkonim,
which included the absorption of electricity and water bills. This relief package ended in December. However, with the continuing difficulties occasioned by the pandemic, I want to state the government intends to continue to support the most vulnerable in our society. Government will thus continue to pay the electricity bills for our nation's 1 million active lifeline customers for the next 3 months, i.e. January, February, and March. Additionally, all 1,500,000 customers of the Ghana Water Company, whose consumption is not more than 5 cubic meters a month will not pay any bill for the next 3 months, i.e. for the months of January, February, and March. This relief package will be reviewed at the end of March. Fellow Ghanaians, it has been over 9 months since we all made adjustments to many aspects of our lives and daily routines. It has not been an easy task, I know. However, we have done so to protect our lives, the lives of our loved ones, and the lives of our heroic health workers who continue to care for those affected by the virus and the sick in general. With Ghana set to procure her first consignment of the COVID-19 vaccines within the first half of this year, there is light at the end of the tunnel. But we are not yet out of the woods. So let us all continue down the path of strict adherence to the protocols. There is nothing beyond us. The Ghanaian people who were the first in sub-Saharan Africa to gain our freedom from colonial rule. We can do it. And you know, Yama school from Beko school. And say, you will say, a man of Koso, it's like a disyaso. Mabano, as she say, a bubble friend in our Dubai. It's our fault. What do you mean? If you saw a man gun and Koso here, some of Frano, in a disya adi.
Ghana Mampeni, His Excellency Nanado Dankwa Kufuado, ena yetene ne ewo ehono. Na adisuamu ena yepo ewura Dr. Patrick Kumabwaje yedie wono ena wehwe yapom din ensem eso ewo Nanado Dankwa Kufuado na mamumu. Na no de atu edwa se adisuamu na yewo de nenso health ministry na nya de se omo ejemu ede ama education ministry no kwa na omo aye omo adwumantotoe anase PP is outdoor also more at the MS schools outdoor no ese ode emma womo ombe support education ministry no more edi womo ejuma.
That is something we need to look at. We will continue disinfection of all schools to make the place safer as the school reopens.
Yay, Dr. Patrick Kumabwaje ena yetene neno.
Schools to make the place safer as the school reopens. Importantly, the reopening of schools. We've been out of school for nearly a year. As part of that, we have enhanced our collaboration with the Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education. All senior high schools have been mapped to health facilities across the country. A few months ago, we conducted a nationwide assessment to see the condition of infirmaries and clinics and made some national guidance out of that. And those who do not have are clearly mapped up. And we are also working on upgrading infirmaries to ensure that those who are in school are safe and are able to respond appropriately. The medical screening for all people, all SHS people, will be institutionalized and be done annually, and that will also be including my first day in school for the newly children who are coming to school. Something we need to look at. So the preschool and lower primary will be monitored as well and supported with the using currently existing school health platforms where health workers go to the school, visit, and of course we have them map up to the health center, being oriented on what to identify, risk conditions and refer, and how to repair. To continue to make the school safe, we will continue providing the masks, institutionalization of wash facilities, and I must say that is something that we must really take it very seriously. Institutionalization of water and sanitation facilities. We provide them Veronica buckets. Because of the increased hygiene, because of the COVID in the last year, as has been mentioned, last year Ghana did not record any case of cholera. We also had a significant reduction in all diarrheal diseases, and about under 5 children who have diarrhea reduced by almost a third. And that is something we need to look at. We will continue disinfection of all schools to make the place safer as the school reopens. Schools.
Yay, Dr. Patrick Kumabwaje, Director of Ghana Health Service, ena yetene nka ewo hono. Na Sanitation Minister ye Mami Cecilia Abena Dapa, wano so ekopie mu ewo dwumade no ase wa abra na Zoom Lion Ghana ene Sanitation Ministry wamo enfidia omde di dwuma wa abra nationwide spray ebeba so fumigation beba so ewo miaye ahodo marketplaces ana afin so yen schools ahodo mu no wamo so ebo edwa ewo mo no ma ana mfidi om de bedi djuma om yi kire omayi enedai ewo enkran enya asam keto akra Independence Square eho ena djumadi no etimi ekoso na ma misisiri abnada panso ede ahobo a womo aye efa fumigation no so etu edwa na edikan no ode abasobo ede emagana fo nyina ensem trefo so yedi mu akotene.
Ingenuity and his compassion for the vulnerable. He has extended the free water supply to the vulnerable for another 3 months. So we call them the lifeline users and consumers of water as well as of electricity. This will go a long way to heighten their hygienic practices and make sure that this epidemic is prevented in their midst. I know that what we couldn't even achieve in 10 years, this short period, that His Excellency provided this exemplary leadership in the prevention and eradication of this pandemic, we have achieved in the area of sanitation, vis-a-vis personal hygiene, environmental hygiene, etc., etc. I know that we shall all continue to observe the COVID protocols, especially the hand washing and making sure we sanitize our hands and our homes and do constant fumigation. I use this platform to also entreat all of us to have our homes fumigated to rid them of pests and other dangerous animals. I know also
Mami Cecilia Abnada pa sanitation minister ono ene etene no na education minister Yera Mati Opoku Prempe napo na dodo na edefre no mentia south ono ye mrahye bedwani wono so kopie mu ewo djumadi ekoso ewo Independence Square Accra no ehobi na ono so ede nsema na nadoda nkwa Akufo-Addo kan no enra nwumre efa enhyehye a yaya edi bie school nyame eya adoma busumi ne da etoso edu enum no ho.
That address spoke about reopening of schools and the lessons that we have learned out of the pandemic. Schools are supposed to be reopened from the second week of January. The President directed that all schools should be fumigated and disinfected before the kids, and as well as the provision of PPEs and observance of the COVID protocols before the students get in there. We hope that in partnering Zoom Lion and his companies and the sister companies that he works with, we can get the work done as quickly and as neatly and as efficiently and effectively as they've been doing to let school reopening happen on a smooth scale. We thank you, and we have observed the equipment that has been brought, and we hope that we will be the first beneficiaries of the brand new equipment before probably they break down, so that it will be put to work in our schools, public schools all over the country, and private schools as well.
Yei education minister Yera Mati Opoku Prempe ena yetene nse ohwe na ogidie se sane normal no esi etie no de dikan kra no obehwe se Ministry of Sanitation sanso na Zoom Lion Ghana mbetumi abo modern no mo ede wo mo education ministry ne de ama wo mo no mo tumi atu anama efrise enche na Ghana ye bi school ne bi school dia o se tu sa anama no ne fumigate ehon mansa na nkra no etumi aba na Thomas Musa Ghana National Association of Teachers yen General Secretary na eno wode atu edwa se double track aban no ne nkasa yi mu ode atu edwa se wayi efri ho no ade bi anamo papa na ebebo o mai nyina.
I mean, the strategy to adopt at the SHS level, we have currently agreed that it has come up that the SHS ones, they will now have a single stream, and the SHS 3 also have the same thing. But those are the SHS 2 now will do the double track, and that has to do with the issue of space. And aside that one, it also has to do with the issue of time and space for them to actually complete the content of what is required at the time. Because if you look at the time that they'll be going to school, if you do not put them together like that, it will be very difficult, if not impossible, for them to get enough time I said earlier on, there are more detailed plans regarding this particular thing, even up to the KG level. But for the sake of time, we cannot, discuss all those things now. But I believe that when we meet at the ministry, when we meet at the ministerial level, and also with the Ghana Education Service, all these things will come up. For example, when we need to, at the basic level, where we need to run the ship system and all that, it will be done. And back again to the SHS. The SHS ones is to enable them cover the content that is required of them within the very good and reasonable time. And SHS 3 also is to enable them prepare for the exam. One of the key things that has informed this particular thing is that if we could recall, we have already lost second and third terms of last academic year. Thank God we were able to, as for the second term of last year, we were able to cover it, but we lost the whole of third term. And we lost the whole of first term last year. And once we have lost these 2 terms, we need to ensure that those in the first year now have enough time to cover that particular time, those 2 terms, and also those in the final year now, they also going to write the exam. And they need more time to get it done. And if we can recall, those informed tools, when schools close down, they resume together with their HSP. So I think they have already done some work. So giving them the normal track, we believe that we'll be able to manage it, taking into consideration the issue of the COVID. We must be careful as we go about all these things. So we think that it is in place as we proceed on these particular principles and rules of engagement.
Yei Thomas Musa, Ghana National Association of Teachers, one General Secretary, and Yetene Ewohono, now Communication Director at the Emma CCT. One month on also Edinano Eto and Semno Ebi and Semno be a watch them essay way a Sembia Chese a Yensem Depa at the Emma teachers. If you say one more a train at when him sent and she say Papa and a bino at the Ebu Equem and Sana ye baby squeeze and she said Bebuapa and my young woman Siano at me a concan and ye as some Ketuakra na de no omo Esha. And it's one more answer. I can ye and some no be a year. I Communication Director at the Massy City one also a kind.
Definitely, you realize that we were in actually the second term when you come to the basic schools, when the lockdown came in and the children were barred from going to school. And they've been in the house for more than 9 months now. But actually, the directives that have come, we know that it means everybody is going to be pushed automatically. So they are moving straight to the new class. So if somebody was supposed to be in class 2, then the person is moving to class 3. And at the end of the day, there's a gap that we've got to fill. And the most difficult aspect of it is that the children have been in the house for a long time. Some of them have become rusty. And as my brother have said, teenage pregnancy, truancy, will be a thing that would surely increase. Some of the children wouldn't even feel like going to school again. And laptops promise teachers, are they going to come in? So all these things must come in so that it will not be a normal school system where they come in, they sit from 7 to 3 or 4 o'clock before they go home. All these things must be considered. Are they going to be spaced in the class? Are they going to be social? All these things are things that we've got to sit down and talk about.
Yera Aikwe Communication Director at the Mass CCT ena Yetene nka ewo hono na eno ena Professor Yosin ono so nimde efa Ghana yen hyehyeye ene yen womasua eho ono so edena noto ensem no emu mekire education issue a nana dodan kwakufuado erezi ye wa abra na o address o man no nimpre to so eduno baako enra.
And the way the pandemic has evolved over time, I would say there will never be any expedient time to go back to school. So we ought to go to school at a point. Our children have been at home for over 9 months, and then the social and economic costs is huge. The implications, and therefore at a point as a nation we should be bold and take the decision for the children to go to school. And as you rightly said, we are not alone in this. Other countries are trying to, in the face of difficult circumstances, we need to take some bold decisions, albeit with all the necessary precautions and support from major stakeholders. So that will be my initial hoping that we've learned some useful lessons and that some of the initial challenges we had will not persist.
Yes, bibi papa every SHS2 ne SHS3 sanso na GHS2 ne GHS3 ye bia tu mu ma omokoto a omo enwumasua no so no yes bibi papa every mti enim say ye enye adeso akase bia eba besua yen na eye bold decision pa na aban no etimi ateki ye eye Professor Yosen ono na yete ne ewo ho no na private school teachers no bi enso ede womo enije edigisem enso etu edwa wa bra asem no etu edwa enrada
numbers na what classrooms and also screen classrooms na kasa but I will call you class here na have boss so and gemona include numbers no sa is akra no on next year for classroom distance na kasa na create original or classroom yes so say aban MBA school na yen na yen ko school me ko school na numbers ne doso e ho na reverend e ka ho ase so we share mu na this point in time technological structures na ye ka apano introduce the be a friend digital literacy as a digital literacy e ka curriculum no am say assign contract to other agencies or model tablet computers near the idea some schools no but say you dey be here to man na you find it in the COVID-19 by akwa me you say you learning no ankasa na and say give by the means between face to face learning and then the online or the virtual learning and no betimi consider baby obi ni access no betimi ayede
Ye private school teachers no be na ye ne womo ebon komo efa reopening of school nyame adoma January 15 to dwano ho na awofo no bi nso akire omadwene efa school aye bie nyame adoma busumi ne da etoso edu enum no ho
sasa kwala ni gufie ye ko school kwala boni nsemo mo na o machinchi saa ni akomo ne bi mo kofo bia de bebre kwa nyinse eti amapanya so makai ni agitu demo mo de say on san to aso ma ne kasa ya le ni ti o san man kwala na sa be de abetina fie na kwala na nwoma na ye de akwa nim de nyame asesa abasa go ye sa na ne ye hwe go kwala tina fie a che ti ye hwe so mo nyina be ko school ti nyame adona president abeka le se o mo nyina nkodi a ye de nyame asesa na ye hwe se emra sa na abasa ti de nyame asesa dum fie ne ha ye ya wo fo no some na nam fie sa no because we create new codis o ti ko bo bi and to kwasem and ti aba send e pen sa se o mo ko school e pen sa oh na me ti hu ha me hwe I can't and in fact me need 30 minutes because as am this so afimi so me man ha dwen kwala me nu pe o mo ti ti ya hold day me hu o wane bi o mo bedidi and I say o mo beda enu an no intina na de da na sia me nsura no
na enkora no bi nso ekire de enti a omo ani age se busumi mu wo mo eco school
Mami, I look go sama ble. Miriam ko chichi dance.
Ye enkora no bi nso ensema omo ede etu eja ebi na watie ewo ho no nyame adoma busumi ne da etoso enso na nadoda nko ekufu ado ayi no se omampani ni mpire no so ebiem woso afnemu edinse ede akire oman sanso na bedi akire His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ono so ebeswai ede akire oman enye ono Speaker of Parliament sanso enamra shebedwafo 275 a yato aba ayi wo mo no munyina ebeswai ede akire oman na eno na posifo den hyehye egu akwemu sede bambonsam ebesi akoso nyame adoma busumi ne da etoso enso ewo enkran na chese nyasem ketwa kra na eno na maami a wakasa ede ema aposifo ewo omemu ha sei won dwumadi wono nso ede sa ensem no bi ato edwa wo chiremu se enya de se yato yensa frew ana yama wa accreditation sensem training bra na behwe bi na kwaka kire wetiefo a enya de se ubenya kwan na nso wakwa akopiem ewo ehonom eno nti January 7th tane bi ka kan ye no ena dwumadi no ebetimi akoso a enya asem ketwa kra na de nhyehyɛ a aposifo ayɛ ebi ene sɛ ɔmo de police field clinic ebesi biaye hɔnom baabi adwumadie no ɛbɛkɔ so ɛno ɛntɔ nkyɛn nso aposifo 6000 ana bambɔfo 6000 ɛna yɛbɛtumi ayi ɔmo afiri aposifo sanso na fire service ɛna afei nso bambɔfo aka yɛbɛyi ɔmo de ɔmo akɔpiem na ɔmo de ato edwa sɛ conducive security environment ɛna ɔmo ɛbɛhyehyɛ de ama mpanimfoɔ a yɛato yɛn nsa afrɛ ɔmo sɛ wɔn mmra na wɔn mmɛdi adanseɛ anaa wɔn nso mmra na wɔn fo wɔn animuonyam mmɛta dwumadie no akyi na no ɛna wɔn akyirim sɛ wɔn a wɔn te mmeaeɛ ebi te sɛ Black Star Square wɔn te bɛn hɔnom no ɛnyɛ adeɛ sɛ eduru hɔnom a ɔbɛfa hɔnom koraa yɛbɛtumi ama ɔkwan nyɛ hɔn nko Accra Sports Stadium nyɛ adeɛ sɛ wɔn bɛma ɔkwan ama wɔn atumi atwam wɔ hɔnom wɔ abere a dwumadie no ɛkɔ soɔ no na ɛno ɛna ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ aposifoɔ bɛkɔ so abɔ ban abɔ mpɛmpɛ ahwɛ sɛ bambɔ nsɛm ɛyɛ safe ɛwɔ hɔ COVID-19 protocols no nso obiara a ɔbɛba obiara nso ɛbɛtumi ɛdi so Mrs. Backman ɔtonkra ɛde ɛma Ghana Police Service.
Secured and patrolled by security personnel. Crash barriers will also be mounted at certain areas to cordon off and control movements to these venues, with security personnel directing inspectors. If you are not an invitation card bearing person or you are not accredited to come close to these places, please stay away from these places on the 6th and on the 7th of January, that is Thursday in particular. Please be reminded that there will also be officers in plain clothes who have been moving about just like anybody else, and so you cannot be seen to be doing any wrongdoing because we will arrest you. COVID-19 protocols will be strictly enforced, and therefore we encourage dignitaries and all role players, particularly those who have been given accreditation, to respect same. There will be medical emergency and fire safety provided by the police. So police will have health clinics mounted at the State House and other vantage points. And the Ghana National Fire Service will also mount stations at strategic locations to ensure fire safety. Now, police will also perform ceremonial roles. And what will we be doing? The state sword bearer is a police officer. The police band will perform. We will also perform escort duties by the police mounted squadron and the motorcade, of course. We asking the public and we are urging them to continue to cooperate to security arrangements for the inaugural ceremonies of 7th January 2021 in support of the constitutional framework of governance.
Yei Mrs. Backman ɔtonkra de ma Ghana Police Service ɛna yɛte ne nka no na busumi etwa mu ne da ɛtɔso enson a aka na miensa na kyerɛ busumi pɛpɛpɛ ne ɛkɔto santene eyi ɔmampani ɛne mmarahyɛ bedwafo makomako ahanu aduoson enum 275 na ɛno ɛna beto odwa no NDC fo kyerɛ mu sɛ Techiman South sɛ the results no si ekopie mu no ɛnya adeɛ sɛ wɔn ani ɛgye ɛho sanso ɛna wɔn franketufo a ɛyɛ John Dramani Mahama kane mampani wɔn nso Electoral Commission Maame Jane Mensa wawia no na wawia no de ama na nadoda Akufo-Addo enu nti wɔn te ase a enye yi nti deɛ na wɔn hwehwɛ ne sɛ Techiman South wɔn ɛbɛyɛ recoalition ntimi ankɔso nti minority caucus wɔn timi ɛmaakye ɛkɔ nkran rich baabi a yisi wɔn aso ɛyɛ ɛwɔ ɛde nkrata nsɛm gu nkrata so kɔma Maame Jane Mensa na nsom kɔyɛ wɔn ankɔto no na ɛneɛ ɛno ɛna posifoɔ ɛkyerɛm sɛ saa march ɛkɔɔ so na protest a mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ yi bɛyɛ sɛ wɔ ha ne nsia 106 MPs wɔn ɛyɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ wɔn ɛtia mmara ɛno nti deɛ ebinom ɛyɛ a ɛtia mmara paa no wɔn sɛ aposifoɔ ma mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ mesɛmeka bɛyɛ sɛ aduono 20 ɛna minority leader Yewura Haruna Idris wɔka wɔn ho no wɔn etimi edi ntintiman ɛwɔ saa protest ɛkɔɔ soɔ no emu ɛno nti wɔn ɛfrɛ wɔn sɛ ne de a wɔn mmra na support ɛwɔ hɔ no yɛmfa MP wɔn so na nso wɔn twɛn yaa sɛme ne ɔkasa yi ɛna ɔmo bɛba deɛ a ɛne yɛnim na no ɛna minority foɔ no kyerɛ mu sɛ processes a posifoɔ no ɛfa so de frɛ wɔn no ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ kyɛ sɛ ɛnsɔani ɛno nti ɛna wɔn ankɔ ɛne da yi aposifoɔ ɛfrɛ wɔn nti wɔn ɛrehwɛ sɛ aposifoɔ no ɛbɛfa mmara kwan so na wɔn ato wɔn nsa afrɛ wɔn na ɛno na aposifoɔ nso ɛde abɛto dwa sɛ wɔn gu so a ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ na wɔn afa mmara kwan no so na afei nso wɔn ato wɔn nsa afrɛ mmarahyɛbadwafoɔ a wɔn ɛho bɔn saa nsɛm yi a Haruna Idrisu oye leader ewo won protest omko ye no emu ne din eka eho no na nkran ho na eda so ewo ne ho na NDC for mpanifo ede yewura Peter John Amewu ekopie mu ewo court ni nyina enese abaye to ye no hohoi eho on na din kunim edema NPP amayukuo na so NDC for chirem say yewia wo mo na yewia wo mo no mo de asem no kopie mu ewo court for say enkro bia wo ho no mo ntimi ankyere wo madwene amfa mrahye bedwa akonwa no eho na saade a na chesetia emra na no na asem kopie mu ewo court no chachuchi kata na ejinemu edema NDC won lawyers oye leader ede ema wo mo na no na ochirem say opani a wono nso waka judges ayi wo mo say wo mo enhwe ensem no eso yewura justice Clement hono mega na danfo pa ene mrahye bedwani a yeyi no a ne ho bon sa asem no na se ye nyini din emfiri mu dia ene asem no mo ente ase na nso court chirem say sa case na chachuchi kata ne dom ede ebaye na nya de se yesoso so a eyeye ewo ehonom yebekoso adi sa ensem no echi amade wom bia no yetimi ede asommo yebedi bronya na posifo de betu dwa senya de senkran obetimi aye protest and demonstration wo ho kopem se busumi aye wo mu ne de toso du ebeba awiye ho na protest and demonstration betimi akoso na eno na esedu nkete aba bonten de abechirem se aposifo ni ho kwan se wo mo eka se wo mo ema akosi ana obentene entimi enko aye protest no bia e won right se oye protest and demonstration
because on my brano constitution no I'm find the right to demonstrate no and yet right here in the lineable right here we are doing your home now your constitution no crano but the only why I said we get demonstration I get permission from police the media done it they all the say for one man now one more member of by now you have a bamba, don't require the money. I don't think Mobia just said, Dana Rano, but just like I said, we have demonstration, we have permission from the police. Yamfa and court experts say, wow, we have demonstration, you have more, you as we trade here, now I'm going to what you want court to say, Kufa the number and they go court. That police before me won't quite say, Womutimoko experts to motion, every man needs demonstration. Emma called to be more almost said now I dare to understand and Pataira and then I don't know look court to me interpreting with Amano and I was not very present here I know so that the police for court to say them the starting motion better and when the demonstration there and then they do be a motion police before one more patch or more banning demonstration one more conduct no I know I'm going to do your computer. And about the I know I'm going to do no problem. I know I'm going to get a woman that's what I want to see me by a kumipano. Now, what you want to hear demonstration, the outside what you want to answer my money demonstration.
What be that? We a Johnson a Seedon Ketia, General Secretary de man ND Samayuku, and I yet ten and a Yenina Sonia friend and Semina in Si Papa Smiley, and a day Bibia a 2 Muma Mote and can a platform out on so Yakramo Yamamo Fisher Pebi.